What's up, family? Welcome to Ask the Mods. My name is Ayize Ma'at, and normally I'm doing these with my wife, but she's out and about right now. And guess what, y'all? It's our 10-year anniversary today. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I just wanted to touch on a topic right quick that I think will resonate with you and will give you a glimpse into why you may be where you are currently in your relationship. I'm sitting here watching the game too until my wife gets back. But what I wanted to share with you all was that, way back when, my wife and I, when we first started dating, I gave her a card for Valentine's Day, and here's the card right here. I actually found this the other day when I was going through some boxes and papers and stuff. But I found this card, and when I opened it up, just reading some of the things that I wrote to Iana. This was back in 1998. I was just really surprised by some of the things that I said, and I'll read some of it to you all. It says, "One day I met you. One day I engaged in a stimulating dialogue with you. One day I embraced you. One day I understood you. One day I respected you. One day I believed you. One day I trusted you. One day I fell in love with you. One day I became one with you. One day I lied to you. One day you lied to me. One day I betrayed your trust. One day you betrayed mine. One day I cried, cried, and cried. One day you cried, cried, and cried. One day we cried in each other's arms. One day we refocused our energy toward God. One day we gave birth to a new love. One day I realized that you are number one in my life. One day you became my best friend. One day I will propose to you. One day I will marry you. One day I will give you beautiful babies. One day, together, we will work toward liberating the minds of our people. One day we will enjoy heaven on earth together." And it says, "You are my lady, you are everything I need and more." And I'm using one a lot in this card, and I actually put $1 in there back in 1998. It's still taped to this card. And Iana down here at the bottom, I don't know if y'all can see, but she put her lip print. She kissed it right down there. And just when I saw this card, it just made me really reflect on our foundation. And what I want to share with you all is that the more things change, really and truthfully, the more things stay the same. If you started your relationship in a space where your foundation is all jacked up, all screwed up, there's no trust, there's no, really sense of identity, there's, insecurities, there's a whole bunch of just mess in your relationship. You've started your relationship on that rocky foundation, and today, after several years, you find yourself still in a space where you're not really satisfied. You're not fully enjoying all that your relationship can have to offer you. Really look at your source. Look at your beginnings. The more things change, the more things really stay the same. You began with a messed up beginning, so your relationship today is still jacked up because you got your foundation all wrong. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, again, today is our 10-year anniversary. We've been together for 18 years. And today I gave my wife a card, and the title of it was "Stuff Only Boring Married People Like Us Understand." Now, we ain't old and we ain't boring, but when I gave this card to my wife, she read it and she actually cried when she read it. She cried because there was a sense of identification in terms of the things that we enjoy, in terms of our connectedness, in terms of, us being one and unified on so many different fronts. Again, the more things change, we've grown. We've absolutely grown. We've changed in many ways, but the one thing that has remained constant is our connection. I love my wife with everything that I have, with all that I have. And she knows it, and she loves me just the same. We are strong. We are committed. We are who we are today because of the foundation that we established some 18 years ago. So essentially what I'm saying, y'all, is that if you really want that sense of connection, that sense of intimacy and oneness and like-mindedness and that soulmate knowing that Iana and I have, I really challenge you to focus on your foundation. If you're not in a relationship, when you get into a relationship with somebody, make sure it's somebody that you jive with. Make sure it's somebody that you can feel connected with. Somebody that you can feel comfortable being vulnerable with. Because rest assured that if you start your relationship on a shaky foundation, it's a very good chance that as your relationship matures, it'll continue to be shaky. It'll continue to be wobbly. And it will require a whole hell of a lot of work to really set that thing back on solid ground. So, again, I challenge you to stop playing, start pushing, work on the foundation of your relationship because that's where relationship success begins.